What's up, guys? Meant to do this Monday, but had a lot of things going on. So, a little update. I have finished my second week of chemo um, with still not many side effects. I have yet to get nauseous to the point where I had any kind of concern. I am obviously not going to lose hair, so that's what I was told. I did feel a little bit of bone pain yesterday. I was laying on the couch and it started to hurt my hip, and they told me that that's where in the pelvis area, maybe my femur, large bones, where the your new blood is going to be produced and pushed out. There's supposed to be some bone pain apparently. They give you a the chemo shuts down any new cell production that includes the blood or reproduction of cells for new blood, new white blood cells. But after you're done with that and you take the 2 days with the pump you go home with, when you go back to get the pump taken off, they give you another, or well, at least in my case, I'm assuming this is all of them, but I haven't researched any of the other forms of chemotherapy, but it's a Neulasta is the drug, I believe it's called. It's a little gadget that they kind of slap on your arm or your side of your stomach, and what that does is it spurs your body to produce new white blood cells, I guess is what the way to explain it. I'm still learning a lot of these things. I know it's kind of you would think that I would be an expert on it by now, after getting all the literature and being concerned about it and having a couple months now to deal with this. But there's a lot to absorb, a lot to learn about it, and there's just so much information. I mean, you've got to pay attention to so many things that you don't really think about on a day-to-day basis, with just life that that are going on inside your body, and that mixed with all the regular stresses of life, plus the new stresses that this brings. I'm not able to work, so I should have all the time in the world to sit here and research it and do all this stuff, but I've got so many ideas and things that are in my head that I try to get at and accomplish with this time that I feel that I need to use properly, so that I don't go crazy. So I am stuck in the house. I don't drive anywhere. I don't go out anywhere unless somebody's giving me a ride, or I'm going to an appointment or something like that, just to mitigate any kind of sickness that might possibly be coming my way. I actually feel a little bit of kind of like a swollen lymph node. I need to talk to them about that and see if that's something that I need to worry about or not. I don't remember them saying anything about it, but it kind of feels like I'm a little under the weather, and you can tell by my voice. It's a little raspy, and that kind of comes and goes. I don't know why. But yeah, so as far as side effects, still nothing crazy, nothing concerning. So really all I've got to deal with is the psychological ramifications of having to handle all this stuff. So I've got a second opinion that my doctor has set up with Mayo Clinic. They actually called me and set up an appointment with an oncologist and a colorectal surgeon. So I'm basically just going to get a full treatment again, I guess. They don't have to do scans again or anything like that, because I already have that done. So I just take my old scans, I give it to them, and then I guess they're going to make recommendations, or they may have to do another colonoscopy. May have to get a tissue sample. I don't know. Hopefully not. But if that's what they got to do, that's what they got to do. So that's coming up in February 2nd. Today is the 18th, I think, of January. So a couple weeks, I've got that going on, and basically they're just going to rule out anything else, anything that this might possibly be. As of right now, there's literally no reason for me to have cancer, so I don't have it anywhere else. They have staged it at stage 3, but that's just based off of the size of the tumor and the way that this all worked out. They sent off labs or whatever, and that's what they came back with. So they haven't found it in any spread to any other areas of my body, tissue samples, or organs, or anything like that. So Hopefully that remains the same after Mayo Clinic gets done with their trials or their tests or whatever. I don't know what all is going to go on there. So they sent me an itinerary earlier today, and I've got to take a look at it and see what's going on. So yeah, so feeling good. Spirits are high. Spirits are good. A lot going on with people, that are interested in what I'm going through, and that's nice. It's not, not from an ego standpoint, just from the fact that people care. Kind of it just bolsters it builds on that whole thing I was talking about in my last video, where a lot of people came to see me in the hospital. And when you look at life and all the bad stuff that's going on, and you see that you actually have a lot of people that care about you, and a lot of people that love you and are supporting you in whatever capacity that they can. That's really awesome. And I had a couple people who live out of town who have, they text me or whatever while I was in hospital, told me that, hope I get better, whatever. Friend of mine in Colorado, he's actually he's an editor in a magazine, and he has like a passion project that he does with a poetry group, I guess, out there. And they're a group that gets together and they discuss poetry, and they read poetry aloud at different venues, and they write poetry, whatever. And he actually asked me if I would Skype in to watch them at one of their events, and basically I'd be like the guest of honor, and they'd be doing it as a fundraiser / colon cancer awareness thing. And I thought that was really awesome. So because that's kind of how I feel I need to be using some of my time with this. Is this is a scary thing, and there's so many other people out there that have it or have different kinds of cancer, and I can't imagine like an older person going through this who doesn't have the health that I have in other parts of my body. I'm young, so I can't imagine what that would be like for them. Having to deal with a lot more worries, and possibly be on other medications before that even happened. So I can't imagine that, or a kid, a child, somebody who's younger than me, a high school kid even. I just can't imagine what that would be like for them, not having any knowledge of what the responsibilities are out in the world, and to just get slapped with that, and just that would be decimating to anybody, I'm sure. But and then their families, their parents. If my daughter, God forbid, anything ever happened like that, I can't imagine. So anyway, getting off track. So I've got that coming up at the end of the month. I'm probably going to record that if I can. I'm going to be ordering a device to basically record the Skype phone call what's on my computer, basically, and try to edit that a little bit, and then I'll actually probably post that up if they're okay with that. The money that they're going to raise is actually going to go. They're going to donate at the end of that. They're going to donate to my GoFundMe account that I created, which will probably be I'll put it in the description below if you're interested. That's been going well. Slowed down. The head of steam has lost its excitement, I guess. I don't know. Raised about $5,000, which is great initial. Took care of a couple of bills that really needed to get taken care of with the medical bills that came through before the whole insurance thing with the that I talked about last time. So that was helpful. It was very helpful, and support keeps coming through, so that's good. So yeah, I guess that's really all I wanted to touch base with. Is symptoms are still slow coming, which is good. That's awesome. If it just continues at a slow creep, that's fine with me. But I've got 2 more months of this, and then surgery, hopefully, and then 6 months of chemo after that. So I don't know what the back end is going to look like. That's actually what I'm more worried about right now. I'm still, I'm kind of, I don't want to say in denial of everything, but nothing's hit me yet where I feel like, okay, this is just the worst, But I've got an optimistic outlook anyway on life. So who knows if that's ever going to happen. You know, I could be puking my guts up in the bathroom and be like, no, it's from the seafood that I ate, you know, whatever. So totally in denial. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling not strong. I'm actually feeling a little weak. Feeling a little weak, but that might be just because I've been sitting on a couch for a month and you know, not able to move because of the incision and such in my abdomen. I sneezed this morning, and I thought I was gonna die. It was really bad. So that's still healing, obviously. The incision area is obviously healed, but inside, I think that there's still some healing, obviously, going on. Yeah. So things are looking good. Things are looking good. Thanks for supporting. If you are interested, share my GoFundMe link that I'm going to put in the description below. You can follow me at Cancervania.com. That is actually up. It's not fully functional, but I'll be posting these videos there. They're also obviously on YouTube, but they'll be posted there as well, along with some other posts that I'll be posting up as far as what my treatment plan is and some descriptions and things that might not that would be completely boring if I put it here in a video. So you know, you can reference that and back and forth type of thing. There's also a donate button there for a just a generic PayPal donation. So hoping to garner some alternate donation options for people who don't like the GoFundMe thing, because I've actually been told by a couple of people that they like, no, GoFundMe takes a portion of your proceeds, and they do, but it's for tax purposes, and also, I mean, it's a company, you know, they got to make some money somehow, and you know, it's if they weren't there, I wouldn't have had the amount of money that I did get. So that's you know, I'm not gonna diss them for that. So yeah, I guess got a couple other topics that I wanted to cover, but I want to keep these short so that way I can do more of them, and that way your attention can go wherever you want. I'll label them right, so that way whenever you're watching them, you'll be like, oh, okay, well, this one's about this portion of his symptoms, or you know, this is about, you know, something that, you know, else is going on. So segment it a little bit so that way it's they're not so long. The last one, I think it was 30 minutes long, and I told my friend, and he's like, yeah, man, I don't know, in this society of ADD, I don't think that's a good idea. So and I agree. So anyway, next time I'll hopefully have some other news. I get third round of chemo on Monday. I gotta go get some lab work done for my blood draw and stuff on Friday, and then I've got a primary care physician appointment, whatever, next week. So I got a lot of appointments next week, and then in 2 weeks, Mayo Clinic. So keep you guys posted, and yeah, check out the links in the description. Thanks.